Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day, with your host Justin P. and MVP being our co-host, Miss Shannon Finch. This is episode 153 for the audio version. I mean, for the YouTube version, excuse me. The audio version is season 2, episode 53. And the links for the audio version is right there in the description below. And right underneath of that is myself, Shannon, and Dave's social media platforms. Like I say every show, I have everything. Shannon, Facebook, IG, Twitter. David, Facebook and IG. Here we on a Thursday. Do the preview for the division round game. But like we always say, when I recap show, man, got some fire topics. Shannon got some good stuff cooked up. We beat down the Steelers 28-14 in dominant fashion. So without further ado, I'm gonna turn it over to my MVP being out of calls, Miss Shannon.
Yeah, well, that was a great introduction to the show. So let's just get right into it because that was a great game. Give me your good, bad, and ugly for the wild card round.
Good. The offensive line. I mean, I start with them. They rushed the ball for they damn near 300 yards, except for the kneel down or whatever. Derrick Henry don't do what he do. Lamar don't do what he do. The offense as a whole don't do what they do about them blocking. They had their struggles early in the year, but they turned it on, man. When you lose a great offensive line coach, he passed away. Rest in peace, Joe Dean and Jacoby Jones. We doing this for y'all. You
Hmm.
got a new voice in there, kind of makes things and some new parts because we had three starters that left in free agency. So we plugged in Leahy, Patch McCarthy, I'm not big on, but hey, he's doing okay. And Roger Rosengar, who should have been starting from the jump, but hey, he's now doing his thing. Them guys got together and they clicking, man. So the offensive line, Lamar himself, Derrick Henry himself, the defense was amazing. Play call was pretty good for the most part. Bad, just blown coverages. Two blown coverages. Brian Stevens and Cal Hamilton. We'll talk about that in one of your topics. And then Nate and Marlon, they missed. They had some communication on a touchdown as well. But as far as ugly, not a whole lot of ugly. Just you only had three penalties. Um, that's it for me. That's it. I ain't really want too much. It wasn't next to no ugly in my opinion.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything that you have down. For the good, I put the offense and the defense. For every reason you said, like you said, you can go down the line with every position group. I felt like both sides of the ball came to play. The game plan, the execution, like everything was just good. For the bad, I have the return game. I feel like that's been an issue all season long, and I'm trying to figure out what works back there. But it's just the little mistakes that we make sometimes that can cost us games. I mean, luckily this game it wasn't anything that cost us like that. The first return. I mean, Lamar basically we started damn near at the 100-yard line. You know what I mean? Like we was deep in our own territory at that point. So it's just little stuff like that. And the penalties. I'm not too mad about them. Like you said, it was only three. They weren't total drive killers, but at this point of the season, we don't want to be making mistakes like costly penalties or muff punts and things like that because again, they're going to cost you games against better teams. And like you, I don't have any ugly. I don't feel like there was anything that was really that ugly at all. Nothing ugly at all. In this game, it was a great game. I mean, sometimes you look at the score and you say it was a little closer than it probably felt, but it never felt close at all, really, if you were watching the game. So even with them scoring at the 14 points in what was that, the third quarter?
Yeah,
At that point, it still didn't seem like I was like, here we go, but they got it together. So nothing really too bad or ugly there, but. That's my good, bad, and no ugly again. We haven't had an ugly for a couple of weeks, so that's a good thing.
but been probably since we just the Philly loss. Maybe that's it. Maybe all that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's move on to the position grades. What grade would you give the coaches?
All around the A. Defensively, like I said, we did pretty good. The stuff that was on Zach. Or what I mean, it wasn't on Zach. On the players, the two touchdowns because they were in. The schematics were set up. They just didn't execute.
Hmm.
Whether it was communication or second guess, whatever, he did his part. So and the offensive play call was good for the most part. Second half, we in the last drive we could have scored again, but Harbaugh was classy because he got respect for Tomlin. But we really could have had 30 something, 35 points. But overall, hey.
I mean, I gave him an A plus. First of all, starting with John Harbaugh, when you're going into a game and you know that your wide receiver one is not going to be there, and you have to make like roster adjustments. A lot of us was talking about it or concerned or thought would it be a concern. We didn't know. You got to credit him with who he made active that game because that was another game where a lot of guys just touched the ball. So I'm giving him credit for that. Ted Munkin, great game plan. But he didn't let up to me, like you said. There was certain things he did where you could have questioned it, but overall, I feel like they had a good game plan going in. And Zach Orr had them boys ready. Like you said, it was a few blown coverages, but that was just in the third quarter at that point. And after that, it was really nothing. And that's not anything I can put on Zach Orr. So to me, the coaches get an A plus collectively.
You're on the same point.
And what grade did you give Lamar?
Give me A. I know the numbers wasn't they didn't throw for 400 yards and all that, but 16 to 21. No turnovers, a fumble, interception. Nobody's gonna go 50, 40 for 40. It rarely happens. So only 5 completions. Hit everybody in stride, got everybody involved. Then he took off himself and did his thing. So yeah, I give him A.
And I give him an A plus. In the preview of this game, I mentioned that Lamar was my X factor offensively because I just felt like we haven't had Lamar be Lamar in the playoffs yet. And if we do have that, it changes the dynamics of the offense. And to me, he did just that. Excuse me. I'm not one that's big on stats. So, like, whether or not he has 200, 300, I don't care how many yards he throws for, as long as he's efficient, which he really was. And like you said, he mixed in a run. That's what makes Lamar dynamic. Mike Tomlin even said that Lamar was an X factor in that game. So, I'm definitely going to give Lamar A plus. Like I said, I'm not one who needs a whole bunch of stats. To me, he did his job. He put us in a position to win. Can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah.
And he's right. Team Ramey is right. I said the same thing. I'm that the return game is a concern. Like I'm concerned honestly. It's like I said, against better teams, it could be different outcomes. You know. But what grade did you give the running backs?
A plus. Yeah, off Derrick Henry alone. And like I said, Keith Mitchell ran hard. Justice Hill did his thing, scored a touchdown. So he had like 3 touchdowns from this group and yards, and he was contributing more rushing yards for with the rushing offense. A plus. Yeah, it was just like I said, total dominance, 300 yards rushing. I'm gonna get them the credit they need. Then that's why I said that kneel down shit. I hate that they do that. Like, it's you just try to get it over. You don't want nobody to run a play just so you won't get a negative. Somebody get hurt. Like I hate that they have to find a way to litigate that. So yeah, A
Hmm.
plus.
And I gave him an A plus as well. I mean, Derrick Henry, 186 yards. I mean, who does that? Like to do that against the Steelers, I don't care what defense you think they have. That's still the Steelers. That was 186 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like that was Derrick Henry's day. Then you have Justice Hill with his touchdown. I mean, what more can you ask for? And wasn't that one of those situations where we were like in a penalty? We was like, I think we had to get like 20 yards even to get a first down. I think Lamar threw it to him for like 21 yards. I
Yeah.
think that was the play. So yeah, I give the running backs an A plus. And what grade did you give the offensive line?
Wow, you see how highly I spoke of him, A plus. Just that simple. He rushed for 300 over 300 yards. We had over 500 yards of offense. Don't have to move out them. So A plus. And TJ Watt basically blanked out. That's it. A plus.
Yeah, I gave him an A plus as well. Roger held TJ Watt to zero, zero everything, and that's a great player, Hall of Fame player. A lot of people say he was defensive player of the year. Um, a rookie did that.
Not this year.
Um, no, he wasn't never for me, but that was the
Not
conversations we was having.
this year.
Tyler Linderbaum against Cameron Hayward, great
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Ronnie Stanley had some penalties, but Ronnie Stanley also did good, keeping the edge rushers of the Steelers.
Yeah.
Both tackles did good.
Honestly, the one set, the time Lamar did get set, it was just because he stepped up and it was just collapsing. It wasn't because nobody got beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was just one sick. I was gonna say they kept Lamar clean. They blocked like crazy. Like it was a great day. Can't ask for anything more. So they get an A plus. And what grade did you give the wide receivers and tight ends?
For what they were asked to do, A plus. because they knew the assignment. We're running the football. Like, everybody chipped in. Tylen Wallace, Bateman scored a touchdown. Aguilar got involved. Andrews likely got involved. Steven Sims even got involved on some jet sweeps and catches. So A+, considering what the game plays was.
I gave them an A. Like I said, it wasn't a day where they were actually needed, but when they were needed, they made plays. Shout out to Bateman for getting another touchdown. We've saying it for a couple of weeks now. A recipe for us winning is him getting a touchdown. So when we see that happen, we know that's going to be a good day, most likely for us. All right, moving over to the defense. What grade did you give the defensive line?
A++. I mean, Najee Harris and Jalen Warren didn't do nothing. They had like 30 yards rushing and went like 2 point yards. Man, yeah, the A+. It's that simple. They made them, and they got at the Russell a few times, got a few sacks. Yeah, A+.
I said the same thing, A+. I mean, they held them to I think it was 26 yards. They held the Steelers to. Again, just like I'm surprised that we ran that much on them, I'm surprised that a Steelers running back couldn't do more than 26, more than period, like not just one, but more than one. And they had 3 sacks out of that group, so they definitely get an A+. And what grade do you give the linebackers?
They get an A as well. They a big part of that run game too. They shut the run game down. They didn't really give up nothing for the tight ends across the middle. So they all that stuff was attacked vertically. The 2 touchdowns they got. So yeah, they get an A as well.
And I gave them an A+, pretty much for the same things that you said. You got to credit them with stopping the run. Oh, they had a sack. They didn't allow anything big over the middle, so they had a great day. Give them an A+. And on to the defensive backs. What grade did you give the DBs this week?
Would have been an A+, but they just played so like giving up those 2 touchdowns. It drops it down to a B+. Okay, they got to get guy Brandon Stevens, which we're gonna talk about soon. But he like it's like come on, bro. Like Kyle
Mhm.
Hamilton never really says nothing, but for him to lean on you like that, like yeah. And then the other one was Nate and Marlon. They just tied the ball, whatever. But but overall, outside those 2 plays, they played phenomenal. So B+.
Mhm. And I gave them a B for the same reasons you said. They allowed 2 touchdowns, and it was really, some blown coverages, miscommunications, and again, that's something that we can't have, particularly going against Josh Allen this week, and if we make it the next week, possibly Pat Mahomes. So we definitely want them to get back to what they had been the past couple of weeks.
Just thank goodness we were winning the way we were when that was things happening.
Yeah, yeah. And what grade did you give special teams?
C+. Not in the whole lot. A couple. I thought Steven Sims on was great costs, but not big returns. Tuck in had to keep no field goals. Made those extra points, so punts were okay. So C+.
I gave them a B. We got to tighten up that return game. We've been talking about that for a couple of weeks as well, like finding a guy. But at this point, just don't muff the punts. Like, don't put us in any bad situations at this point. That's how I feel. Like, we too late in the season to even stress about it, but they can't make those types of mistakes. Like, we in the playoffs now. All right. So get into the topics that we have for today. And I'm really interested to hear what you got to say about this because you did make a post, and I hope you mention it with this particular topic. But what do you think the Ravens should do with Braden Stevens?
First, you gonna laugh at this because this is basically like a little mini comedy series. What I'm about to do, 'cause I got to put this in. Yeah, now I've been hopping
Oh,
on this, going back and forth for people who are Israel. So, first of all, John Harbaugh needs to call him in his office. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? How's your family? Blah 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 blah. All that good stuff like that. But have a seat. You sit there for about like 15 minutes. Like, what you call me here for? Hey, Brandon, see where you sitting at. Just get really comfortable right there, son, because I think that's where you're gonna be at the remainder of this postseason. You're a liability right now. Seriously, like this is. I like you as a person. You do play hard, but it's like we're trying to win a Super Bowl, so we sat down a guy we just gave a big contract to, and another guy we took in the third round. So you're playing a little bit better, but not better enough. But yeah, so you'll still get your ring, but you just sit here, cheer your team on. Somebody gets hurt or something, we'll call you back up. We'll slide you in that. But right now, we just need you to have your helmet on to support your teammates. Honestly, you don't even got to put your helmet on. Just put on your sweatsuits and all that. help the team out. But yeah, that's the best way you can help us out right now, Brad.
So that's
That's
the
it.
answer.
Mm-hmm. Sit his ass down. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care if
Okay.
it's or not, but yeah. Trey White, you got Darius can move around. You got TJ Tampa, and he can't do no worse. Like Malak, is he back yet? Like, come on, like, yeah, I just can't keep doing this with him. Y'all, everybody get his head around. It's more than y'all see. It's more than getting his head around. I kept telling y'all that it's more to that. Yes, that's the obvious glaring need, but I don't know. Mike McDonald did a hell of a job not letting him get exposed. I give him. That's why I said Mike McDonald, great job.
But he didn't look like that last year, though.
Because
Like
Mike
we watched him.
McDonald did a great job. He ain't leaving one on one with the best receivers and all that. If he did, he ain't should have helped like with Gino and all them. That's why I tell you why you think Gino has so many picks because he stayed over the top. But
All right, so I say snaps. I don't know that benching him is the answer at this point because I don't know how many available DBs we have. So like if we were to go if we were to do what you say, like just bench him and don't even suit up, if somebody gets hurt, then we kind of in a messed up spot.
he can
So I
still
wouldn't say
suit up. He can suit up, Shannon. I'm saying just be ready. Just be ready. Somebody hurt. But right now, you don't need to be on the field a lot or have him in a box as like an extra linebacker. But you don't need to be out there
that
covering them.
goes into what I was that was going into what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
I think it should be a reduced snaps.
Yeah.
I don't know if they need to totally bench him at this point, but it could be more like a rotation, like kind of what they did with the linebackers. They bring the different linebackers in. It's like that. You know, um, I forgot the percentage I was saying earlier. What they said he played this amount of snaps, and Trey White had played. It was like 10, 20. Well, it was a low amount. I just feel like make it a little bit less up it for other people, like you say, move him somewhere different. But I don't think he's going to be totally benched. But he's definitely the weak link. Like everybody and their mom can see that he's the weak link. That's all I saw online all weekend, all day on Saturday. Doing that game after that game, like he's the weak link. And at this point, what you think Josh Allen going to do on Sunday? He's
Hey,
going to
oh,
pick on him.
fucking him.
So
What's the not to cut you off, Shannon. Sorry.
mhm,
My man Joe Brady, they all watching from right now, trying to figure out how can they attack him. Go ahead.
yeah. So then that's on Zach on them. And to me, sometimes it can be more like that is a scheme thing. Don't leave him over there. I hate to see him on the best wide receiver on another team. I don't care what you got to do. That should never be where he's lining up at. He could probably do a lot better on other guys, but constantly putting him out there on an island like that, we didn't seen it too many times. That's not the answer. So I say just reduce his role. Don't totally bench him because you might need him. You never know. But yeah, reduce his role. But I wanted you. I was hoping you was going to say that lineup that you had mentioned because you remember the post you made when you were saying
Oh yeah, I
play
can let
these people.
yeah.
Yeah, say that.
Oh yeah, right. As of right now, Marlon Humphrey. I get y'all love him in the slot. I get it, but it's like he is an outside corner. He just good enough to do both. But he was an all pro corner by playing on the outside. That's where it comes at because they want him to play in the nickel so bad. We're not going against no slot receiver that's really like that guy. You gotta have him in the slot. Everybody
Hmm.
best receivers are on the island. Yes, guys
Hmm.
moving around, but they're on the island. So like stick with that. Like all that him playing in the nickel was cool, but yeah, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, Tre'Davious White. I think it was TJ Tampa. Oh, and Desmond King. Because
Hmm.
he's a savvy vet that can play corner and safety if needed. Like and just bring sprinkling down Brandon Stevens where you want, wherever you want, but they just need to be the guys right now. And then like I said, I don't know what's going on Arthur Malak or Jaden Armour Davis, but them two can be like alternates. But Fly Brandon, it's like a backup. Like put him in the box and let him cover the tight end or back. And just because he's a decent tackler, let him come in and play a little off safety. Because you see one play when we Matabuki got to set Kyle Hamilton put him at safety. He said, "Look, bro, you a better help guy than you is a cover guy." So he's like, "Yeah," and that's what he's playing at first. He's actually pretty decent at safety. They totally
Yeah,
slid him
that's an
back.
option.
I was right there in the end zone. He slid him back. That's when we got the sack. But yeah, like
Hmm.
you need to be on him. But yeah, if not, even if you gotta put him at safety and fucking put AD in the slot, I'm good with that. But yeah, he don't need to be put man up on him ever again. he might just need to convert to safety full time.
All right, so the next topic. Do you think the offense being more consistent has helped Justin Tucker's confidence?
What do you mean by consistent? I sound like Drewski now. I just want to know, like, because they average 30 points a game. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, like, what do you mean? As far as like scheme, like identity wise, like that's what you mean by
No,
consistent.
well, I'm talking about when does your kicker come out and kick a field goal? Like at what point?
Oh yeah, when you can't get a TD. So
That's what I'm referring to. I'm just saying if when if I, from what I can tell, what I'm saying in recent weeks, and I'm thinking about the games that we lost where he missed a bunch of kicks, we weren't always in manageable situations as far as field goals. So to me, you're being more consistent when you're getting closer to the end zone than when you're at the half, close to the halfway mark. So
right,
that's what I
right.
mean by more consistent.
Yeah, it's helped him a lot for sure. Because now he's only kicking field goal like chip shots and extra points. So So yeah, it helps a lot. But as what I said previous, it's not gonna always be that easy. Not gonna
Hmm.
be. Luckily, like I said, the season like we have been making it look easy. But this might be a 13-13 game Sunday. Feel me? He might need you to kick a 40 yard, 45, 50 yards. Because like I said, the Bills are definitely gonna come with it, and they're not gonna
Hmm.
play there. Like so, he might gotta come out there and kick it. But us definitely getting closer and being more consistent for us in that regard has helped him a whole lot. But still, he just kicked 60 something yards what the year before last. So yeah, I don't think it just went away that quick. So yeah, he that it helped him, but he still got to be prepared for those moments too, especially now in the playoffs. Everybody's gonna it's gonna get tougher and tougher.
Hmm. And Justin Lewis, I was going to say, come back on Thursday when we review the show and say that when we do the preview for Buffalo.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But for me, I'm saying yes and no. I do think it has helped because, like I just said when I was explaining the question, if you're not having to kick 50 excuse me, 50 plus field goals, you're not missing them. And at this point, we're scoring so much that he's not even asked to kick field goals. Like I think we might have kicked one field goal since our bye week, maybe two, but it's really just been him, kicking an extra point. And it's kind of like with basketball players
You
when they
kicked
be like
is that one against the Texans and two against the Steelers. The first that would have still a game week
the
17, but
second.
yeah, well week 16, whatever it was. Yeah,
But I kind of think him, making even just the extra points. It's kind of like a basketball player seeing a ball go in if they're struggling. Like sometimes you need to see it go in to get your mind right. So for me, that's why I'm saying yes or no. Because on one hand, I think it helps that we're closer. It helps that we're not asking him to kick 50 plus field goals. It helps that we're just needing him to kick the extra point. But I'm saying no because I also think that it was like mental with Justin Tucker. I feel like I don't think that he lost it. Like you said, last year he was doing particularly. It was some games last year where people were questioning, is he losing it? Because he did miss some, but he was still doing it. This season, it just seems like he was just missing the same way, missing wildlife. And it's like, what the hell? So at that point, it's like technique and mental. So that's what I'm saying, yes and no. Yes, because we're getting closer. Yes, because we're not even needing you to kick field goals. But no, because you just need to get your mind right and get out your own head, see the ball go in, and gain some confidence. So I can kind of see it both ways.
oh man, Shannon, that was well said and detailed. I like that. I just needed some clarification because somebody will ask like, "We're scoring 30 points a game." So
Hmm.
I just wanted to be that person
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'd rather clear it up. All right. And so the last topic we have is Derrick Henry the type of running back that we've been missing during the Lamar Jackson era in the playoffs?
Absolutely. Love JK, love Gus, love Mark Ingram. He got hurt, unfortunately, so he couldn't play in that playoff. I think he would have made a difference too. But this big motherfucker here, man, he gets stronger as the game went on. I guess them
Hmm.
times, them not giving him on okay, might have probably paid dividend. Cause like I said, man, this is like it's scary, man. Cause like I said, and everybody trying to use that against Lamar and all that. You heard what Derrick Henry said, man. He makes everything easy for me. His second touchdown run. Who was three people watching on the RPO run?
Lamar.
So I'm just I'm just I'm just saying that helps a lot. That's why he told Tennessee, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I ain't gonna keep running into no brick wall up here." Like when you
Hmm.
play with quarterbacks like him and Jalen, all of them, they make life shit low easy for you because they know you're a threat as well. That's why I said, yes, man, yes. Because I'm gonna say this: I know the Chiefs is hoping and praying the Bills pull this off because they week one him no preseason. Now, man, they like, yeah, Josh,
Hmm.
I don't want to pull that out because we ain't trying to deal with that shit. But yes,
Yeah. And I said the same thing. Absolutely. That was my answer. I saw a graphic this week of all of the yards that Ravens running back have ran in the playoffs since 2018. Gus, Mark Ingram, Dobbins. I think that was them. That was all the ones I seen. Yeah, that was all the running backs, right? Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And the numbers were so horrible. I didn't even want to save the picture to repeat it. Like that's how bad they were. I don't think we're going to have any games where Derrick Henry has 20 something yards rushing.
Right.
And that's what we were getting out of running backs during that time. Now, you could point to the offensive coordinators and say they didn't run the ball or it wasn't effective. But I feel like when you got a running back like Derrick Henry, it's hard, in the playoffs, it's hard for you not to run them. It's hard for you not to run the ball. Like you would have to be down 21-0 to completely say I'm not running the ball. But I just feel like with the way that what we can do with him, and then when Lamar is being Lamar, it's really hard to stop. And I feel like Lamar is the best quarterback that Derrick Henry's ever played with. He's had his own success and he's been to the playoffs and he's won playoff games, but I don't think he's ever played with a quarterback like Lamar. So then it goes into what you just said, like Lamar makes his job easier. It's like they helping each other out. You know what I mean? Because if it was easier to contain a Dobbins or a Mark Ingram or a Gus Edwards, you ain't doing that with Derrick Henry.
He played with a dollar store version of Lamar and Marcus Mariota.
Mm. I look at him different ever since he quit on the Dagon Falcons.
Yeah. I missed that. I guess that happened on that little show, quarterback, whatever it was.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, that's where I saw that.
Yeah, I ain't watched that. I watched the receivers, but I ain't watch. I gotta watch that sometime during the off. I'm watching the off season when all the sports done. I can really watch it.
Hmm. That's what I was going to watch. The AFC Hard Knocks when the season was over with.
Yeah, where you can really dive into it.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's it. Like I said, wasn't really much to say. We kicked their ass, so it was easy. It's Thursday. It's definitely gonna be a little longer because it's three of us.
Hmm.
Where's Shannon? Go ahead, say your closing remarks.
I'm just happy we got a game to preview on Thursday. I'm
Yeah, when
looking
you
forward
said
to
that,
that.
I mean, Dave, like, yeah, I get, and he was just being respectful to this, and I get it. You gotta always respect your opponent, but I knew for a fact. I saw them in Cincinnati. They were already ready to get on the jet and go to Cabo. They just had to show up for this because they had no choice.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the Ravens was going to win, but just
I
speaking
knew,
logically, I was like,
knew
I hope. I was just saying to talk with y'all, like, I hope we can talk again because if we didn't win, we know that this would have been our last show. So
for, for
that's
sure.
why I was saying that. But
Yeah,
yeah, looking forward to Thursday.
yeah. We'll be here again.
Oh, one more thing before we get out of here. What
What's up?
about your man Deontay? What about your man Deontay getting waived from the Texans?
Fuck them. It is what it is. I just see what I see. Look, Shannon, see everybody. You know this. I just want to be clear. I always just saying that I understood frustration from not being used, but you don't go about it in that route. You just go up there. Like when Bateman went down, he should have went up there and said, "Fuck it, come on," and went up there and caught
Hmm.
everything wrong tone. That would have got you more talk. You got more targets. Feel me?
Yeah.
You show it. You don't sit there and pout like no little bitch. No, you supposed to went up there. All right, cool. We got this. They went up there, caught everything that hit your hands. We just went up there and just balled out. Then they would have all right. Okay, let's go ahead and fuck Aguilar and Wallace. We're going to use you a little bit more. Maybe we'll sprinkle them in, but use you more. He had to show it. He
Hmm.
looked to see, what he did previously in the league. That was just going to be enough merit, for him to come in and, like you said, take over for guys that have been here and know the system and putting and been working hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's on him. That's his problem. So hopefully, he either he gonna play with the Giants or he gonna be in the XFL or something. That's it.
Yeah.
Everyone, great show as always. Shane always bringing that fire. Me and David bring that fire on Thursday. I should see if Andre available if you want to come on. 'Cause I do want his input on this game. It's gonna be a hell of a game Sunday. The Bills are definitely gonna try to bring it. And at home, I think it's gonna be 25 degrees. No
Hmm.
wind though. I was worried about the wind because last time when I did, remember, oh my god, we could not kick the field goal. Now we was going up and down the field, we just couldn't score because of fucking wind.
Hmm.
Blowing
Yeah.
passes, it was crazy. So no wind. So that's a good sign. But y'all know what I'm about to say. Make sure y'all trade. You know what it stands for. Talking Ravens all day, every day. From your host Justin P, and from my MVP, being our co-host, Miss Shannon Finch. Me, her, and Dave will be on here Thursday to preview the AFC division round, Ravens Bills. We love y'all. Enjoy the NBA games. My Thunder kicking the shit out the 76ers. Should have betted Taheem. He told me on my post talking all that shit. Now they getting the shit beat out of him. So I'm gonna mess with him in our TST Messenger chat. But we love y'all guys, and we back on Thursday. We out.
Bye bye.